Hey everyone, it's your girl Jackie O, aka Make Me Get 1 Point. Welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentle ladies. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about just a basic roundup of all of the foundations that I use in my kit for myself that I are like, you know, thumbs up, Jackie O approved, and just products that I really think are worth you spending your money. Because to be honest with you ladies, I mean, there's thousands, probably even millions of makeup companies out there. There's not a lot of stuff for women of color. So when I find something, I latch on and I just really try to support those brands as much as I possibly can. So this video is going to be in no particular order. I'm just going to name them as I have them all laid out in front of me now. Let's start with the AJ Crimson foundation. So I have been a lover and avid believer of AJ Crimson, his products, his foundations. His BB creams are probably, no, they are my favorite. And I'm categorizing BB creams as foundations as well, because I personally wear BB creams and tinted moisturizers like a foundation, because I typically usually only go for like light to medium coverage. So I'm going to be talking about BB creams as well. And his foundation, this is just the regular cream foundations. These are beautiful, but I like the BB creams better, but I swear by his products. They're just long wearing, they're great for oily combination skin types, and the shade range is off the chain. My shade in the foundation is number 5. I use the 7 to contour when I need to, and it's just beautiful. So this one, oh, well, okay, not doing that. So this one, you're probably going to be surprised I'm going to be mentioning this one, because I have not bought a MAC foundation in at least a year, probably about longer than that. So it's been a while, and I definitely have not been using them in my videos because I wanted to branch out, but I cannot help but always just latch and stay true to Studio Fix Fluid. It's just got beautiful coverage. The shades, they need to work on the shades. I will be honest about that. I'm using NW44. For those of you guys that don't know, they offer 44. I didn't even know that until I went to the store and they told me they didn't have 45. So I said, fine, it looks the same, whatever. And it works, you know. I've got golden undertones, so I like to look a little bit more warm with my foundations. That is the most beautiful foundation just for when I really want to look polished when I'm going out, when I'm even being photographed. I think that it's beautiful. It's not the best out there, but I definitely feel like it gets the job done. And when I need coverage, when I want to look flawless, please believe. I know people kind of, you know, MAC is a little controversial. I don't want to say this to offend anybody, but it's become more a brand more about consumers than it has artists. That's neither here nor there. You know, we can get into that another day. But it's still, I feel like it's one of their products that they do have and they get right. I feel like Studio Fix Fluid is one of them. So I'm definitely my hair's getting flat, hold on. I'm definitely a lover of that foundation. I've got some BB creams. Actually, I have several BB creams. I have one from Smashbox. I love the one from Smashbox because this one is really good at controlling oil and shine. This one is a good one for when you're just like going out and you just kind of want something. And it's also got SPF, which is probably one of my favorite aspects of it. I think they advertise it as an HD product, but it's not HD. It just does not. This is not something that I like using for, well, because I have a DSLR camera, I use the Canon Rebel, and just when I do makeup tutorials using the Smashbox, I mean, it's pretty for a camera phone, but when you need coverage, you're not going to get a ton of coverage from this one. You're not, period. And just be advised with the shade of this one is a little bit more neutral cool. It's not as warm as the Black Up CC cream, which has a bit more coverage, and the Black Up CC cream is definitely your warmer. To me, the Black Up CC cream is like Studio Fix Fluid in a like a more watered down version of it. Just the shade range, it's got a bit more coverage. Like I can actually really rock this as a foundation. I think it's beautiful. I don't believe it has SPF. Another foundation that I don't have to actually show you is I think it's called their matte foundation. I don't know what it's called, but it's like their version of Fix Fluid. Flawless. Like Black Up has really like honed in on shade ranges. Like that is like the line for women of color, period. Like it just is. And their products are a little bit on the higher end side, but I mean, it's no different from like shopping at a NARS or shopping at, you know, Laura Mercier, where you spend $40, $50. You might spend like $30, $40, $50 on a foundation. It's up there. But you know what? When I'm looking for a foundation, another thing that I like to know is are the ingredients quality? Is this going to be a product that's going to deliver, photograph well? I mean, to me it's a no-brainer. You know, you definitely get what you pay for. And it's very rare that you're gonna find a foundation that just does all of these phenomenal things that cost 10 bucks. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I have one exception, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Another line that I want to highlight for women of color, because they've definitely like just knocked it out of the park for chocolate divas, okay guys? So the Sacha Cosmetics Second Skin Foundation, their foundations are a little cooler, so you're going to get more of like the, not golden, but yeah, they're just cooler. They're more neutral cool. You don't see a lot of that red, a lot of that warmth that you would see in like Black Up. Black Up's foundations are very warm. If you live in the islands, all the island girls swear by Sacha, and I learned, I got put up on game. I got schooled last year, so I've been using their foundations since last year, and they have like amazing products for like foundation palettes for people that are just starting out. And the coverage is insane. Like, I was just not expecting it to be that opaque. If you're the girl that's not used to wearing makeup and you want to look flawless, because you got to pick one, okay, it's gonna feel heavy. I'm just being honest, it's gonna feel heavy, especially if you're not used to having product on you. But it's a heavy duty foundation. It is not super heavy on the skin, but you know, you will feel it. You'll definitely feel it. No breakouts, doesn't clog my pores, none of that foolery. Amazing product. So now I want to talk about the foundations that I use in my kit. I really like Face Atelier Pro. I've used a couple of theirs in my tutorials as well. This is a silicone based foundation. It is amazing for women that already have flawless skin and you don't want to put a foundation on them that's going to look like foundation. It's got beautiful shades for dark skinned women. They also have correctors, which I really like. They have like a pure white foundation, and then they have a foundation called Warmth. If your foundation you feel is too ashy or cool, put a drop of Warmth in there, mix it up, and it instantly warms up your shade. Like, you can, it would be like the equivalent of, okay, let's say you want to put all these foundations in your kit, right? So no one has time to go and buy all the NCs and all the NWs, all right? So what you do is you buy all the cool shades, or every other cool shades. I would get about no more than like 7 to 8, like even 8 is pushing it. You put Warmth in there, you put your pure white from Face Atelier. These are both Face Atelier products, and for someone who's got a little bit more pink in them, put some Warmth. And then obviously your NCs are going to work for all your cooler tone girls, right? So it's just insane, like the possibilities you can do. And with the white, for those people that are like really fair, and they do exist, like even NC15 is looking tan on them, I just put a couple drops of white and it instantly lightens. It's a corrector. It lightens, it's gonna lighten anything that needs to be lightened. They might have a black, I'm not sure. No, just kidding, they don't. They have 0+, which is like a dark, like almost like cement dark brown. And I mean, this is the only line of foundation that I can think of that has, like, there's no way you cannot find your shade from Face Atelier. There's no way. Personally, for me, it's not an everyday foundation. Gets a little oily, you know. It kind of not slides, but it just, yeah, it gets a little oily. It's not really all that great with oil control, but beautiful photographs, amazing, just fills everything all out nice and beautifully. I really like Bobbi Brown, and I was so excited when I was able to collaborate with their YouTube channel, I Love Makeup, last year, and from that kind of like dominoed into the opportunity to freelance for Bobbi Brown. So I really got familiar with the brand. I really love Bobbi's Tinted Moisturizer. It's got SPF. This one has SPF 15. I like the shade. I think I like the shade of this one, and I like the fact that it's so sheer. If you don't want to wear as much foundation, what you can do is start with a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer like this, because it's so lightweight, and that will kind of start as a great base, so that you can save on your foundations. You don't have to use as much, and you don't have to cover as much. So that's just a little tip that you guys can use if you're not already familiar with that. If you had asked me about my favorite foundations last week, I would have told you all of these, and I would have totally excluded this one because I had not tried it yet. And then we took an Instagram poll, and I said, hey, I got some tutorial ideas and I want to use something from the drugstore, but first I want to ask you guys what your favorites are. And like unanimously, Revlon Colorstay took the cake, and I see why. I'm actually wearing, she's wearing it right now. I'm actually wearing it right now. Pretty impressive coverage. I would say it's medium. It's more of a medium. It reminds me a lot. It reminds me a lot of Studio Fix Fluid. It really does. It really does. It's like the drugstore fluid. It's a beautiful, considering, I'm sorry, I have to just put the disclaimer, considering the fact that it's a drugstore product, it's a pretty good foundation. Of this whole review that I'm giving you guys now, in terms of price-wise, quality, value for your money, Revlon Colorstay and Sacha, they're definitely going to be your bang for the buck products that I'm going to be featuring today. You guys are probably going to want to know what my favorite is. I can't really say that I have a favorite. I definitely feel like different foundations serve different purposes. So if you see me using one foundation several different times in a video, it's not that I don't like using the other ones anymore. It's not that at all. It's just, you know, right now I'm just kind of digging this one. I'm kind of reaching for it, or just it might be convenience. I just happen to have that one on my beauty station, and it's just there, whatever. Yeah, like I said, all of them serve different purposes. Each of them at some point is considered a go-to. I'm just so not really like loyal when it comes to foundation. I mean, I am to these brands, but on a daily basis, it's just, and I don't wear makeup every day, so every foundation serves a different purpose. And I'm so glad that this day and age, we actually, even though we're still outnumbered by far as dark-skinned women and women of color, not to be limited to Asian women, Latina women, Indian women, etc. But I'm just so glad that this day and age we do have a variety. Oh, you know what? While we're on the subject of drugstore, for those of you guys that have not checked out Iman's foundations, they're amazing. I love Black Opal, but I like their concealers more. I'm just shouting out brands that I like. That's pretty much all I got. I know that this was really talking heavy, but I really wanted this video to be informative, and I wanted you to get the why behind, you know, okay, we know these are your favorites, but why? Because y'all know Jackie don't play, okay? I don't just pick up a product and put it on for the sake of putting it on. No, like, you're going to know the who, what, when, and why you should be getting to know these products. So anyway, that is my thorough description of my favorite foundations. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If there's something that I did not include, hopefully this was pretty helpful and informative, but if there was something I did not include, don't hesitate to ask. I would love to answer your questions in regards to prices and if they shipped here. I don't know. Check online. Google is your friend, girl. Use the resources that are, you know, available to you. But in terms of how they wear, lasting, just my experience with them, I would love to answer your questions, because I'm like a scan foundation junkie. I just want this to be as informative as it possibly can. So if there's any way I can help, let me know. Sound off in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, and if you love me and you think I'm cute, be sure to thumbs up the video. Thumbs up if you want to see more like nitty-gritty videos like this one. I'm like just getting heavy into reviewing. Subscribe if you haven't already, because of course you want to see more awesome videos, right? So that's all I got. I think I'm going to go ahead and record my favorite concealers videos, because that's a whole different spectrum of the skin. And yeah, I'll go ahead and knock that out. So I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye. Do you like this hair, girl, or no? Or no? So this hair is a new RPG show wig that I'm rocking. If you want to see the review, click that link for hair details.